let's jump in with the question of the week.
Okay, I came up with this question of the week.
You did, which kind of fits in with a dedication to Raylene.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, because I think she'd come up with a good answer for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it seems like we got a lot. If you guys want to join us on these texts, we text once a week.
Hold on, wait for a sec. Oh, it sounds good.
We got it.
Nice.
We got it.
Great
We got
job,
it.
dude.
Yay. Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say we would love to hear from you. Sign up on our text.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say, if you want to join that sneaky freak family that we were discussed that does the monthly Zooms,
Patreon.
it's on Patreon at patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom.
Patreon.
And if you want to get a weekly text message from us, you can text us at 310-356.
3920.
And we
Hello. It's been a while since we recorded, and I remembered my 4 digits there.
Look at you.
Should we do it again?
What, to brag and show off your skills? Okay, 310-356.
3920.
Hello.
Hello. Did you realize you had to do 2 sets of digits? I only had to do 1.
So are you even more proud of me?
I am pretty proud of you.
Thank you, Mother. Okay, so you came up with this question, which is, what's the best piece of relationship advice you've ever received?
I started thinking about this.
Yeah, how did you come up with this question?
I look for interesting relationship questions.
Oh, you did some research.
I did research.
Okay.
And I came up, I'm like, that's a really good question. I used to walk up to people that are like a couple that was celebrating like their 70th wedding anniversary, if that's even possible.
Yeah.
And ask them, what kept them together? And inevitably they say the same thing. Don't go to bed angry. Always think of the other person first. The same things, the themes were coming up when I'd ask these questions.
It's amazing.
Then I started thinking about Katharine Hepburn.
Okay.
Her advice are men and women are from different species. I'm paraphrasing. They should live next door to each other and come and visit now and then.
I love that.
I love that too.
Yeah. It's so funny that you say these because I kind of bucketed and categorized all the responses from the sneaky freaks. And
You did some work?
The fuck, you so surprised? I did some work.
I didn't know you were.
I read through these. I chose the ones that are going to be most relevant to this conversation, and I bucketed them.
Oh, so if you guys don't hear your response being read, it's just because we were at a limited time.
Yes,
It
but
was
we
nothing
appreciate
personal.
all of your responses. So do you, first of all, I want to begin with you, Mother. What is the best piece of relationship advice you've ever received?
Well, I kind of gave you those pieces, but another one was, if you're going to say something critical to the person that you're with, you're in a relationship, you make sure to say 4 to 5 good things instead of the one bad thing.
So,
or in addition to the one bad thing.
So this is if you're giving someone constructive criticism or something like
If
that.
there's something that you want to share.
You kind of sandwich it between 2 compliments.
Yeah.
The criticism. Do you do this?
No.
You just go right for the criticism. Good. That's good.
It was a very good piece of advice.
Yeah, it is nice.
And I do try to do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of obvious when you're like, can you pick your dirty underwear off the floor? And by the way, your hair is looking good today.
Yeah. By the way, your underwear smells delicious.
Anyway, do you have any good advice that you heard over the years?
You know, I was thinking about this. I'm not often given relationship advice, given that I'm usually not in relationships. But I do think that this idea of communicating those things that you're uncomfortable to communicate about, the things that you're most likely to go and tell someone else about,
as opposed to telling the person,
as opposed to it's just going directly to the person and finding a way to communicate that with them.
Right. It
is
doesn't
the
even
key.
have to be a relationship with a partner.
Right.
It could be a relationship with a sibling.
Yeah.
Or a coworker.
Yeah.
Or a mother that does a podcast with her son.
Exactly. So, I mean, sometimes when I feel some anger towards someone in my life and I want to talk shit about them to someone else, I often have a second thought, which is like, you should just go talk to that person and just tell them that you're upset.
Or, you know what I do sometimes? Write it all in a text and then don't send it.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's like a modern day write it in a letter and don't send. Okay, so should we jump into these
So what
tips.
what was your answer? Just say whatever it is to the person as opposed to talking shit behind their back?
Yeah, exactly.
Someone gave you that advice? Did you learn
Something
that?
I learned on my own.
You don't think you learned it from me?
Are you fucking kidding?
Wait, you're saying...
Talking shit all the time behind people's
question is,
backs.
what's the best piece of relationship advice you've ever received?
I received it from myself. It came from my brain to my brain. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
No one's giving me a relationship advice. Wouldn't it be bizarre if someone gave me relationship advice when I haven't been in a serious relationship in years?
You can hear it from, like, it doesn't have to be directly.
I heard it from inside.
I heard it from a friend who heard it from...
The fuck is that?
I'm singing REO Speedwagon. All right.
Okay. Okay. So the first category that I put these comments in is sleep. Okay?
Yes.
Doug says, don't go to bed angry with each other, work it out, and then go to sleep. That's exactly what you said.
I did?
Yeah, you literally said it about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, I already forgot.
Why do you think it's so important? Because the next one also is from Akash. Akash says, hi, fams. A couple at a rave told me that...
Wait, a couple at a rave?
Akash loves this type of lifestyle.
The rave lifestyle.
The rave, he's a raver.
That's wild.
He told me they told him they never let each other sleep upset. I thought that was sweet and meaningful. Maybe it was the drugs, but I've internalized it forever.
No, I actually am a big promoter of not going to sleep upset.
What's going on there? Why?
I just think it's a bad idea. You're going to have a shit night's sleep.
I have a shit night's sleep even if I go to bed and I'm not even upset.
Sleep is important also.
Sleep is very important.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't stand... We don't need to get into this. But I can't stand... it's a long story. I can't... I can't stand...
You're now having a conversation with yourself again.
Okay, but sometimes I'll make a decision, okay? And then, I'll say, okay, I stand by this decision. I'm going to sleep. And then the whole night I'm tossing and turning, second guessing whether I made the right decision. What the hell is that about?
I know. I do the same thing.
I had that whole conversation with my therapist this week. He told me I hate myself. Okay, let's move on. Renee says, this advice I had to come up with myself, but I give it
Another one. She's coming up with it herself. It still works.
I give it every time I'm asked what my best advice is. Sleep with 2 separate blankets. Simple, but man, does it make life so much nicer.
Another step further. Sleep in different rooms. It's even better.
How about your Katharine Hepburn is sleep in different houses?
Different houses, definitely different rooms.
Yes.
100% different bathrooms if possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Different bathrooms is key.
Bathrooms.
William says, make sure your people picker works. Okay, so this is the next category.
Which is?
Choosing the right one. Choose the right one to start with and your relationship's going to be better.
Actually, that was what I wanted to say.
What?
A very good piece of advice is never settle. Never.
My therapist, he's become a huge figure in my life, as you know.
Apparently.
I can't, I'm going through some serious shit right now. Okay.
Anyway. By the way,
what?
You want to describe what goes on during your therapist conversation?
We sit in silence for about 50% of the time. It's unbelievable. We're trying to get under the words.
Okay, you know what I have to say also?
Huh.
This is something Richard Lewis would say.
What?
And he passed away as well.
Every time I pull my hair out, you ask me, Richard Lewis had died.
You look like Richard Lewis.
It's offensive.
I mean, okay, I should say in his earlier days. Right, in the later days, you didn't look.
My grandma, Nana, fucking looked at a picture of Richard Lewis in his dying days and literally said, oh, it's you. She literally thought it was me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
He's in his 70s.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not good.
I'm talking about like the personality.
Also not great.
Okay.
It's not working. It's not making me feel any better.
Okay.
Why are you even bringing up Richard Lewis?
Because I don't know.
The fuck was that? What was it? Why did Richard Lewis come up just now?
Oh, because you're talking about your therapy. He would always speak about it, and on Curb about his therapist, what the therapist would say. Kind of.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
I brought up the therapy because my therapist I was telling him I was feeling very attracted to this person who I don't belong with. I really fucking want to do something physical with this person, and yet I, at the same time, I'm kind of repulsed by her personality. Unusual, huh?
Yes.
And then he's like, yeah, anytime a patient has come in here where it's just the relationship is predicated on chemistry, it's doomed.
Doomed.
You know, where it's just like you feel, he's like, you're basically replaying these relationships in your life that you have with your parents or something like that, and you see it in the partner and it's dysfunctional. He kept saying dysfunctional.
What was that about your parent and dysfunction?
Usually you have a dysfunctional relationship with the parent, and then you're trying to recreate it.
Really?
I didn't say I have a dysfunctional relationship with the parent.
He got that from your silence.
He gathered that I have a dysfunctional relationship with who?
Me.
No, he didn't say any of this.
What are you talking about?
He didn't say that.
You just said that.
He just said
usually they have a dysfunctional relationship with their parents, and that was me.
I didn't even make that connection.
How do you not make that connection when, first of all, you have one parent that's dead? So it's me. Obviously, it's me.
No, I could have a dysfunctional relationship with my dead dad.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Because he's dead.
Yeah, I can have a very dysfunctional relationship with him.
Okay.
Anyway, it's making me sweat, this conversation. Anyway, I asked him then, what the fuck are you supposed to base your relationship on? I was thinking it was going to be, the whole thing is chemistry. Is no, that you maybe choose connection, you same values, the same, you want the same things in life. You're kind to each other. These are the things that he bases it on.
And you're saying the opposite? No, I just want to have sex?
I think the chemistry is this, it's more of a lust. It's more of like why are our relationships, or our relationship is kind of like codependent or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand half the thing that's going on in therapy. I just know that money is flying out of me.
Same thing with my therapist. I'm talking to her and talking about how my boyfriend moved from New York to Chicago to LA. And she goes, if I was your therapist at the time, I would not have advised that.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
That's not a good thing.
That's not good. Because I never would advise moving from state to state.
Wow. Oh my God. Anyway, choosing the right one is this category. Are you ready for some of these?
Yep.
Rod Fell, a new listener who was very complimentary, said, marry a smart woman. You can find a quick hookup anywhere. Yeah, I guess that could be marry a smart man as well. Marry a smart whoever.
Yeah.
Alyssa says, when looking for a partner, don't waste your time chasing butterflies. Butterflies can often be confused with anxiety, people who make you uneasy, nervous, or keep you chasing and on your toes. Example, wondering if they're going to text you or not, or you're not sure how they feel, can give you this feeling. This is exactly what I was experiencing with that girl with the chemistry with the
with the challenge.
The challenge.
Yeah, this is what
the butterflies.
But you've been chasing butterflies since you started liking girls.
This is the problem.
I remember you said to me once, if the whole idea is a challenge, what happens when you get the person?
Yeah. And what did you say?
I had no clue.
Jesus Christ. This is maybe why I have a dysfunctional relationship with my mother. I have no clue. That's the best we got? Okay. Alyssa goes on to say, instead, be open to people who make you immediately feel comfortable and like you can be yourself. You may not be sure you're head over heels right away, but I believe the best kind of love grows over time, and the more you get to know them, the more you'll love them every day. And likely the attraction will come right along with it. Basically, don't turn away from someone so quickly because you don't feel the butterflies. I finally stopped and found the love of my life.
Wait, another butterfly reference? Was that the same butterfly reference?
Yes, the same fucking butterfly reference.
I thought we moved on to another person.
No, that was it's all one thing.
I thought, what a coincidence that they both talked about butterflies.
This is your takeaway? They both of her paragraphs had things to do with butterflies?
I like that reference, butterflies. Okay.
Are you listening at all?
I was listening. I just thought it was a different response.
I think this is a brilliant fucking response. You know what she's saying here? She's saying don't
go chasing waterfalls.
Chasing butterflies.
Okay.
And instead, it develops over time. It's like a slow burn.
I mean, that kind of happened with your father and I.
Yeah, it was a slow burn?
Very slow.
Oh, my God. It sounds like it was a wonderful start to the relationship.
Slow train on a train.
You think it was the same for him? Or you was fully on board?
No, neither of us were on board beside friends for at least over a year and a half or so.
Yeah, and then?
And then sparks came. We decided to have a sexual relationship. And then he decided to go back with this girlfriend that he was dating.
Oh, my God. What a tumultuous thing. Wait.
A lot of butterflies.
What happened when you what sparks came? Did you just decide one day you wanted to have sex, or what was going on there?
We went upstairs. He had a nosebleed at the time.
What?
I had to get him a Kleenex.
I've never heard this in my life.
And next thing you know, he starts kissing me with nosebleed and all.
No way.
Yeah, and I go, what's going on here? And he goes, I just been waiting a long time to do that.
Was he drunk?
Probably.
What's with the nosebleed?
Maybe he had done a line of Coke or something.
This is a Coke fueled.
I don't know. I made that part up.
Wait, what the fuck is going on here?
I was just thinking about the nosebleed. I'm thinking, why would someone have a nosebleed? Maybe he did some Coke.
I was thinking maybe there was a change in weather or something, and it was very dry there. You're thinking that it was because he was on Coke. Were you on Coke?
No.
Yes, you definitely were. You think he's taking Coke alone?
Yes.
And making out with you?
Yes.
So that the nose is bleeding?
As most of the sneaky freaks know.
Oh God, here we go.
I was always a Quaalude person, not a cocaine person. Okay.
So he's on Coke, you're on Ludes. His nose starts bleeding. He starts making out with you.
Yeah.
And you found that arousing?
And I said, I don't trust that this is just like a one night thing.
Because he's on Coke and you're on Ludes.
He said, I will prove it by taking a breakfast the next morning. And by golly, he did.
Was that it was a sexual, you had sex with him that night? It was just a makeout?
They're just a makeout.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah.
By golly, he did.
By golly, he
I kind
shelled
of
out
love
the
that.
bucks and took me over to some breakfast place. We had breakfast. And
you don't remember which breakfast place you went to?
No, it was only like 40 years ago.
You remember what you ate?
I think it was an omelet. No, I don't remember what I ate.
I would remember that. Definitely
I don't even remember the name of the place. I don't even know if it was for breakfast now. I'm wondering if it might have been brunch. Anyway, can we move on, please?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
We're way off track now.
Anyway, it's very inspiring that the whole dad thing. Anyway, okay. And the next category is the elder statesman. The elder statesman sparks it. He says, "Communicate!" ! That's
good advice.
Okay, here are some tips for communicating. Ready for this?
Okay.
Maximilian says, safe words aren't just useful in the bedroom. Sometimes an argument gets to the point where you've reached a sort of saturation point where neither of you is getting your point across. You need a safe word to use when this happens to the both of you so you can walk away, regroup, and come back with clear heads to better finish the conversation. I love this.
I have a safe word.
In this situation?
No.
In the bedroom?
In my life.
What is it?
With my boyfriend.
What is it?
Cloudy.
What does that mean?
That means stop whatever you're doing. Just stop. And it's easy to say, like, oh, look outside there. It's very cloudy. And sometimes he forgets it.
Because you're saying this in public?
Sometimes he forgets about that, and he's like, no, it's not. I'm like,
no,
yes, it is cloudy.
Fucking way.
Yeah, so now whenever you hear cloudy, you'll know that it's something
I hear cloudy all the time. You're constantly saying cloudy.
Okay.
I've heard this. I just didn't know what the fuck.
Now you know the secret. I'm going to have to change
cloudy.
it. I'm going to have to change it.
You're annoying me.
Yes.
This is very different than Maximilian, who's saying when you're in an argument, you separate so that to care for each other. You're kind of just saying, you're being annoying. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You're unbelievable. All right. Erica says, the best piece of relationship advice that I ever received is, for a relationship to succeed, you have to admit to yourself that you are not always right. Sometimes, even if you know you're right, take a step back and let your partner explain why they came to their conclusion. Consequently, their explanation may change your mind, but if you are not willing to hear your partner out, a relationship will never succeed.
That's very good advice.
Boy, do I know this, and I appreciate this. Yeah, most of the time...
You're right.
Most of the time I'm right?
That's what you're going to say.
No, most of the time I think I'm wrong. Oh. If someone is upset with me, immediately I'm thinking, oh, I must be wrong. Something is wrong here. And then I attract people who always think they're right. This is a problem.
Exactly. Monique Marvez, a friend of mine, she's been on our show. She's a comedian. Yes. We just were in the car one day, and she just said, I'm always right.
Yeah?
I'm like, I videoed
I saw this.
It's on Instagram
if
you guys want to see it. She goes, I go, you're always right? She goes, yeah. I go, maybe one time you were wrong and then you found out later you were right? She goes, yeah.
Ah.
She goes into the whole thing on there. Go check it out on Instagram.
Is she always right?
Pretty much so.
Are you always right?
I'm frequently wrong is what I said. And she goes, well, you're a dipsy doodle.
A dipsy doodle.
Yeah.
Well, I do love this. Even if you're right, you should stop and see, just do the exercise of seeing how they came to this.
Well, Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce always said that if you ever are at a point where you need to be right, remember that you'll always hurt the other person by being right. So you're going to lose either way.
Audra says, best advice, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy?
That exactly what I was quoting there.
Love that. Love that, Audra.
Perfect.
Cassie says, from Shameless Sex, they effectively said, if you want something from your relationship that you need, ask for it. Wait, hold on. She says, if you want something from your relationship that you need to ask for it. You can't blame the other person for not giving you what you want if you haven't asked.
That's a very good advice.
If you don't know what you want, you should try to figure that out. This advice was also reinforced by another sneaky freak and has made all the difference in the world in keeping my marriage alive, happy, and spicy.
I wonder if that's Raylene's advice.
I have a feeling it is Raylene.
But I have to say.
Yeah.
You
spaced out.
No,
what just happened?
I had a conversation with a friend last night.
Okay.
And she's in a big fight with her boyfriend. And she's like, all he had to do was send me flowers. And I said, he's not a mind reader. How is he supposed to know to send you flowers?
Yeah.
So she just said, that's what I would have done if I was in his situation. I would have done something to send flowers. I think people in general should express what they would like rather than think someone should be a mind reader.
Yeah. The next one is Joseph, who says communicating your needs works better than telepathy.
Yep.
That's it.
Perfect.
I mean, we have a few more, but I think we might need to move on.
All right. Well, these are wonderful questions.
I mean, we have so many more. It's sad that
maybe
we can't get to these.
Maybe we'll save them for next time.
All right, maybe if we have extra time next time, we'll get to them. But I
or
want to thank
maybe I'll
everyone.
post them on Patreon.
Oh boy, here we go with the empty promises. All right, I want to thank everyone for your comments.
Thank you.
These beautiful wisdom. I mean, we can make a book with this shit. It's amazing. You're gonna make that. You're gonna make that promise
I'm gonna
now.
make a book.
Okay. All right. Again, if you want to participate in this weekly, I guess it's monthly at this point because we're still on a monthly schedule. You give us a text at 310-356-3920. Thank you, guys. Should we turn to the Sneaky Freaks on YouTube and see what everyone's been chiming in about?
Us little sneaky freakers, what's going on?
Okay. The Monado says, I've been listening for years. Is that Mr. Bean in the comments, the legendary sneaky freak?
It sure is.
It definitely was. Bryson says, my dad gave me the best advice for life in general. That was, don't be afraid to be the man you are. Is that the sweetest thing?
Beautiful.
I love that.
Gary V just did a whole thing about just don't be afraid to be yourself.
Oh. The Monado then says, learning to fly, and what don't you got? Ain't got wings.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Is he referring to our Tom Petty experience?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
When that guy was fucking annoying the shit out of me. When is this? One of my favorite listener comments was one a while back that said, when is the sex talk with my mom and I are waiting? I don't know. Man, she was hilarious too. My safe word is thimble. It stops you from getting pricked. I'm off to the world.
Oh, thimble.
Okay. Thank you, Monado. Okay. All right. Should we get back into...
dive back into...
our life updates.
Yes.
We have 12 minutes left of this episode, by the way.
Oh, no.
I mean, maybe we can go a little longer because we
Cam,
took some pauses.
I would love to know what's going on in your life.
Well, I'm back from France. And
what do you mean you're back in France?
I'm back from France.
You're back from
France.
France.
I spent the last 2.5 months in France. Man, what a life-changing experience. Unbelievable. I've never felt more like myself in my life. Talk about, embracing yourself. I really learned... It was so interesting to be with a group of people there, and you get to know these people so deeply by going through these vulnerable classes and stuff like that. And
was this sort of like when you went on your you went to Belize and
in high school?
What was that called?
It was kind of like that, but it's even more intense because you're doing acting exercises all day long, and you're hanging out with them outside of the classes as well. I mean. And you're in this little tiny town outside of Paris.
It's a system of people.
It's a system. It's
some
a group.
Some people are leaders. Some people are followers. Some people are annoying.
And they can switch. And yeah, and There's
was there a few people there that you were like every time we were near them were like it was like fingers scratching a chalkboard?
Of course, yeah. You get all of it. And every 3 weeks, there's a new course that starts. So you get a new shipment of people. So it literally feels like Love Island. People are coming in, people are coming out.
Are you like the elder statesman
fucking crazy.
over there?
They're older people, but I'm on the older side, yeah. Yeah, but I loved it. And I really felt like I was coming into my at the peak parts of my life. Yeah. Peaked in terms of expressing myself, because you really do get to recreate yourself and however you view yourself.
This is how you have been all your life. You go through a certain amount of years of school, and then you peak the last year.
Yeah.
Then you go back, starting at the bottom again, and you peak at the end of high school.
Thank you.
And you bottom out again, and you peak.
Bottom out. I'm expecting a bottom out. I have 2 more months of this school, but then I'm going to come back and bottom out? The fuck you have to remind me of that shit.
Gotta start all over again.
Yeah, great. Okay, well, anyway, there was one thing that related. There are a couple of fun stories, but there was one that related to sex that I can share.
Well, let's hear it.
So
every time I spoke with you, just so you know,
yes.
So Sneaky Freaks would like to know this. He would talk to me like at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning.
My time.
I shouldn't say he was talking, because he was basically just banging pots and pans and cleaning out and doing his dishes in the 2 o'clock in the morning, banging away.
Because I worked my full-time job plus doing a full-time theater school. What the fuck else am I gonna?
These were quality conversations?
What did you want from me? Yes, I do think it was quality.
No, it was not quality.
A high quality.
As a matter of fact, your brother. Well, just Sneaky Freaks, just so you know, when he turned 35, I thought it would be very funny if each of us family members would do a little, clip, a little video clip of what they thought Cam was doing when he was overseas. But they were all pretty much the same. Me and your younger brother were both just taking dishes and banging dishes. Apparently, you talked to him when you were cleaning.
doing a lot of dishes.
Why are you always doing dishes anyway? What are you eating?
It's a tiny town. There's no there's barely restaurants open.
But you can't have that many dishes.
I cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner for myself.
So
I got dishes.
Why didn't you just
What the fuck is this? This is my chicken.
I want to know why you couldn't do the dishes after you ate the lunch. You do the dishes, then you don't have to come home and talk to your mother at 2 in the morning and do the entire day's worth of dishes.
You're lucky that I called you.
I'm lucky.
Because the other students weren't always calling their parents.
Well, those students did not have a very good relationship then.
They might have a dysfunctional relationship with their parents.
They had the dysfunctional relationship. I had the dishwasher relationship.
Can I fucking share this one goddamn sex-related story?
Please do.
So there was a poke shop. That was one of the few restaurants that was open, and I would go in there, and the guy in there is this older sweetheart of a guy, and he was trying to teach me French, and so he goes, "Listen, you go up to a girl and you say, voulez-vous coucher avec moi?"
Are you kidding me? Even I know what that means.
Okay, so I know it to me something sexual or suggestive. I don't know exactly what the meaning of it was. Okay. So
voulez-vous is do you want?
Yes, and so he tells me, if you go and ask this to a woman and she says yes, then you can bring her in. I'll give you free poke.
I love it.
Okay, so this becomes an ongoing joke every time I go in there. He's on the way to
Is
school.
He speaking English to you?
Yeah. And so every morning on the way to school, I'd open his poke shop and I would just shout, "Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?" Okay. It was only maybe 2 weeks later that I discovered exactly what it means, which is, do you want to sleep with me?
Yeah.
So I've been opening this guy's door every day. Sometimes people in there screaming, "Do you want to sleep with me?"
Oh my God.
What the other people must have been thinking, what the fuck is this? Yeah, what is this gringo?
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Yeah, I knew it for the song. Yeah.
This evening.
Okay. Well, either way,
Moulin Rouge.
I did not end up using the line successfully, and I did not get free poke.
Nobody came.
No one got free poke.
No one got free poke.
No. The other...
I'm surprised you didn't do it just for the free poke.
What? I was trying, but it wasn't effective. The other update I have involves a new gift that I received. And if you're looking on YouTube, you can see this thing.
Oh my God.
This is, well, let's just show.
Yep, it's what I thought it was.
It's a penis pump.
Oh,
I received a bathmate penis pump in the mail. In fact, you actually received the bathmate
I
penis
was
pump.
going to say, I did not know what was going on. I'm again, the receiver of all your boxes and letters.
Because
and
I don't
everything.
have an apartment in Los Angeles at this
So
time.
I'm getting all these packages, and I'm
Yes.
like, what is this package?
And I
here?
said, Mom, don't open that one.
Don't open it.
Yeah, because sometimes you open it and it could be a vibrator or some shit, and you assume it's yours.
No, I
Yeah.
did not assume it.
This time it was Osea Malibu sent us some products, skincare products. You ended up with half of them.
That's what you get if you're using me as a UPS store.
It was a text.
There
But
was a
anyway.
Well,
and
anyway,
then Dee's, your boyfriend, was about to get involved with my penis pump, and I said, absolutely not. This is the best penis pump in the world.
A box came. You go, did a box come from me? I'm like, yeah. I go, I'm about to open it. You go, don't open it. It's a penis pump. No.
It's not any penis pump. It's a bathmate.
Right.
Do you know what a bathmate is?
I'm assuming that it's something that you stick on your
This
penis.
you put this thing
Like a fleshlight.
It looks like a massive spaceship that you put on your dick, and you're supposed to be flaccid, but it's hard for me to do it flaccid because anytime something touches. Yeah, of course. I needed to try this out. I did this for the show.
This is why you were late in picking me up, because you're busy using a penis pump?
I needed to try this out. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to talk about it on the show. Honestly.
Oh, you're doing it for the show.
This is research. This is my job. You think I want to fucking try out a penis pump in the middle of the day and talk about it with my mother later? No, I don't. That's not what I usually do. But
apparently you have used it, because I can see drops of water on there.
Yes, I used it just like 2 hours ago.
And what were your thoughts?
This is an amazing contraption. It's absolutely amazing. This is fucking unbelievable. You put your dick in this thing, you put some water in it, you put this pump on,
and it just sucks it up there.
You pump the pump. This is the Hydro Extreme that comes with the pump. Okay, it takes the water out.
What do you mean it comes with it? If you didn't have it, how else would you use it?
You could some of it, 'cause if you don't have the Hydro Extreme, it just comes with no pump. You just stick it on, and then you can.
So it's like if you can pump it up like a bicycle. You pump it up like a bicycle.
Yeah, and then it pulls your dick in there, and it creates a vacuum basically.
Oh my god!
And it stretches and pumps your dick. It's like going to the. I feel like I worked out my dick today.
I'm so happy for you.
And apparently, it's going to increase my growth, my girth.
Oh.
It can apparently increase your length, but usually it's the girth, and it can create stronger erections and stronger
how do
orgasms.
Our listeners get one of these?
Well, you're making it sound like an ad.
I'm not making. I'm saying, how can someone get that?
You can actually go to sneakypod.com. Is that our sneakyfam.com? What is our website? It's been so long.
Sneakypod.com.
I think it's sneakypod, and I think you get something. You get. I think it's
like a discount or something.
You get 10% off or something. Hold on, I'm looking. Hold on. Yeah, Bethany, 10% off your first order. Code Sex Talk.
Well, apparently,
just go to sneakypod.com. Click that link. This is really.
I'm going to be calling you up instead of doing dishes. You're going to be having your penis pump going.
Yeah. I mean, I already feel like I feel a little sore, like that dullness after you like exercise a muscle or something. That's what I feel on my dick. I think it's going to get bigger. And I need it to, frankly.
What do you mean you need it to get
think
bigger?
I would like it to be larger.
All right.
And I didn't realize I needed that.
You're not blaming this on me too.
No, it definitely is your fault. I wouldn't have a dick without you. Anyway, I'm just saying this is an amazing contraption if you want your dick to function in a different way. If you want it to be larger, if you want it to get stronger erections.
On a scale of 1 to 10, would you recommend this?
Yeah, I mean, it takes time for this to have. It's not immediate results, so I can't say it's really helped my penis quite yet because I've used it once. But I would say that from the reviews, I've went through extensive reviews because I was scared I was going to use it improperly and chop my dick off. It works for people.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, Bathmate, and thank you, Bathmate, for sponsoring this podcast. I have some other stories, but for now, I'll pass it off to you. What kind of stories do you have, Mother?
Man, the only thing I can say is, and I've spoken about this on TikTok and Instagram, it takes a lot of work to keep this bod the way it is right now.
Oh my God. Okay.
I have been on a quest to become the best boxer I could be.
You're unbelievable. You're right. Every day, as much as I'm doing dishes, you're boxing.
That's right. I'm boxing. I'm going to physical therapy. I'm going to yoga.
You're unbelievable.
I'm doing Peloton. I'm I'm doing exercises.
You're prioritizing your health.
I'm prioritizing my life.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway, so I think it's causing me to be a little aggressive.
Really?
Yeah, I had a little altercation on the street with my 6.5-pound Maltipoo Buddy.
You're getting fights with Buddy?
Buddy decides to go barking at a German Shepherd puppy, and it was, I thought it was cute that they were gonna play. Well, his owner, a little bitchy woman wearing like cargo pants and looking like she's ready just to fight, starts getting in my face. Said, "Don't get your dog near me." And
what a fucker!
start with a finger in my face.
What? How old is this person?
She must have been in her 30s or so.
What?
Yeah, she thought she could beat the shit out of me, but she didn't know about my boxing.
Oh my God! Did you get in a physical fight with her?
I was getting I got that aggressive look on my face that when I box, and I'm like, wait a second, I don't have my boxing gloves. What am I gonna do? I can't box without my boxing gloves.
Mom, what, are you gonna punch this woman?
I don't know.
No, you're not supposed to actually do that.
I told your sister, and she's like, Mom, you better think about what's going on here.
Yeah. What, do you start getting in fist fights?
I
You
didn't
65-year-old woman just starts fist fighting people at the dog park?
No, it wasn't even a dog park. We were just walking just down
You're
the street.
walking down the street and getting in fist fights.
I didn't do it, okay?
You felt that urge.
I scampered out of the way, but I noticed a little switch in me. Now,
Yeah, I know.
By the way, you boxed yesterday with me, and that will be on Instagram or TikTok or something, because you came in as a guest star.
Yes.
And you turned into this animal.
Yeah.
Punching and like a face, like a snarl on your face.
Yeah, Hamlet face.
Hamlet face.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking Hamlet face.
Well, I was thinking Hamlet because I played Hamlet, and that's exactly the face I had.
Well, anyway, I was pretty impressed with it, and so apparently it was Dee's. He said, let's go out and get in a fight.
I know. I'm scared Deez is actually going to inspire a fight so that I can fight.
No, he won't. He's just all talk.
Anyway,
He's a big pussycat.
Now you understand what I love about boxing.
Well, anyway, and then I was going to say that I went down to San Diego with some friends, and of course it rained the whole time. So you know what we did?
Quaaludes.
TikTok videos. If there were Quaaludes, that would make the videos way more fun. But no, we just did TikTok videos. And I created a monster in all these 65-year-olds.
Oh, my God.
They were enjoying them, so they want to do it again.
It was basically a content weekend?
It was
with you and your girls?
Some content was going on, yeah. It was a lot of content because once we started the videos, it didn't stop after that.
Wow.
We danced, we had parties, we had fun.
I think my dick has grown a little bit or something.
I'm
not kidding. I think
for those people listening in right now, he's adjusting himself like he feels like he's got this.
I feel like
giant,
I'm sore.
Oh my God! Maybe this is not something you should be doing on an ongoing basis. Maybe
you're supposed to do it 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, maybe you did too much.
Hold on. You're supposed. I think I'm at 2 to 3 minutes, maybe no more than 3 times in 15 minutes. I don't know. I got all confused. So maybe I did put it on there for too long.
Oh, it's going to be fine. I can just hear the conversation.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I think I did too much. I left it on for 5 minutes. I should have done half
No,
of that.
you're supposed to do maximum 15 minutes in 24 hours, and I definitely wasn't doing it.
15 minutes?
Maximum. You're not supposed to actually. You're supposed to do it for like 2 minutes maybe. But I was pumping away. Anyway, any other updates?
That's it.
Okay. How are you feeling? Should we skip hit on or shit on and go right to mom's news? Because we were at 4:03.
I'm thinking we should just do hit on or shit on, and mom's news was basically what I was going to talk about was the robot, but instead I was going to talk about Haley Berry. It just came out today.
Halle Berry. Okay, so you want to do hit on or shit on instead?
Let's do both.
Okay, maybe we don't need to go through all these hit on or shit on. All right, we'll see how it goes. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Is it time for hit on or shit on?
Hit on or shit on?
Hold on, let me do it again. I didn't like how I said it. Mom, it's that time of the show. No, I don't like that either. We're ready?
Yeah.
Mom, it's that time. Why can't I speak? Mom, it's the time of the show that you've all been waiting for. Hit on or shit on. Hit on or shit on is a segment where we take your comments and determine if it's a hit on or a shit on. What do we got this week, Mother?
We got James saying, I would think at your age you would not talk that way.
The fuck's James?
I don't know.
The policeman.
Yeah,
what kind of way were you talking?
My way? My normal way, the way I speak?
Was there a particular video that was commented you were especially raunchy in?
I don't know, but this one commented saying, this guy, Ellie, says, something tells me she busts the brakes off any man that gets to take that cooter to the critter store. I found that to be such... What kind of person... James should talk about this instead of talking about me. What is that?
You want to translate this?
Yes, I want you to translate that.
Something tells me she busts the brakes off any man that gets to that gets to take that cooter to the critter store. What is he complimenting? I think that's a hit on.
I think that's a hit on, but
I think he's telling you. I don't know what bust the brakes means.
It must mean like, I don't know. Ask her. You know what bust the brakes?
I think it means.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. I think it means that
have sex.
Look it up. Hold on.
You're gonna look up what bust the brakes.
Bust the brakes. Hold on. Bust the brakes. To hurt or fuck someone up real bad.
Oh,
you do bust the brakes on people at the fucking dog park.
I know. I haven't even started it on any guy that takes the cooter to the critter store. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, that's a hit on.
That's a hit on.
And the first one I would say is a shit on from James. Anyway, okay. Benchy says, damn, I thought I was king, bad boy, sneaky freak.
That's Mr. Bean.
That's a hit on or a shit on? Why did you put that one in there?
I don't know, because I thought it was funny.
Okay.
A Trump lover said, I never trust a woman with no top lip. That's a shit on.
That's a shit on,
but it came from Trump lover. So,
could be
shit on himself. Thomas Jones said...
He shot on himself.
He did. Thomas Jones says, Valentine's Day came early and so did I.
Oh, God
Thank you for sharing that one.
The fuck do I need to hear that shit?
Oh, here we go. My first, D. Martinez says, my first old woman was back when I was 28 and she was 40. My first old woman.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's 40. That's old. Maria says, you old, I'm old. We could fuck and who cares? Love you, Lepew.
What is going on? Did you make a video about being old or something? Why is everyone commenting on your age?
I don't know.
But that one might be in support of you, so I think that's a hit on.
But Donnie G, this might need translating as well.
Puff, a.k.a. camel toe moose knuckle. She's smarter than you. I'll puff their nuts in that knuckle. Lol. Cocoa Puffs was great. What the fuck was that? What is that? How do you even write that?
I mean, someone was talking about the puffs, meaning the camel toe.
I've never heard of camel toe being referred to as a puff.
I mean, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they're just talking about the whole vulva. I don't know. I thought this is...
You know what a moose knuckle is, though?
What?
Moose knuckle is the male form of a camel toe with the balls. You show the balls between and your legs. Yeah, I gotta just double check that. Moose knuckle. It's also an exclusive. It's a Canadian engineered down jacket or something like that. Moose knuckle is a slang term for when the outline of men's genitalia are visible through particularly light or hiked up clothing.
So it's the male version of the camel toe.
That's right.
You were right.
Yep.
Here's
petty thefts.
Yeah, what is that?
My girlfriend wants you to spend the night. LOL. Is she talking about me?
No.
Talking about you?
Yes.
Fuck. It's a hit on.
All right.
James Baldwin says, you look amazing and seem like fun. Oh, this is after he says.
After he says, I would think at your age you would not talk like that. So he kind of canceled himself out there for a sec.
Yes.
This last one, there was two. One of them I thought pertains to you a little bit. Hello, I'm French and I'm looking for a sugar mammy.
That's what pertains to me?
Well, I thought
you think I'm a sugar mammy?
He's French.
So you think I'm like close to him or something because I was just spending some time in France?
Maybe.
No.
What about this one?
That's a hit on, though.
That's a hit on. Hello, can you get me a granny I like with no children? There's qualifiers there.
What does any of that mean?
How could you be a granny and not have children?
Can you get me a granny I like with no children? Yeah. Oh, he wants... I think he's referring to you as a granny.
With no children.
But you're neither a grandmother nor do you have... you have children.
I have children.
You're not the one for him,
You're
apparently.
one of them.
You're not the one for him.
So that was pretty interesting.
Very interesting. Thank you for all those hit-on or shit-ons. I think that was a hit-on at the end.
I guess, I suppose, with Granny with no children. Then I wanted to talk about this for Mom's News.
Let's hear it.
Mom's News. Go ahead.
Is it time for Mom's News?
Mom's News.
Mom's News. Mom's News is the segment of the show where my mother shares earth-shattering, groundbreaking, need-to-know info. What do we got this week, Mom?
Halle Berry, this just came out like 4 hours ago, recalls her doctor saying she goes into the gynecologist and she said he said that she had the worst case of herpes he'd ever seen, but it was perimenopause.
Can you believe that?
No, you heard about this too?
Jess, our sister sent us this. She was at the event.
Oh my God.
What, are you surprised by that?
I mean, she said she felt like when she had sex, it was like knives in her vagina. I've heard that from other people too. How does a doctor not realize that he needs to prescribe hormone replacement therapy? I was horrified by this.
This is a dumbass doctor.
Dumbass doctor and dumbass Halle Berry for going to a dumbass doctor.
No, you don't blame this on Halle Berry. She went to a doctor and the doctor gave her shit advice.
That's why you need to go to a doctor who believes in hormone replacement therapy.
And who knows about women's health.
How do you not know about women's health when you're a gynecologist? That was unbelievable.
Really dumb. And that guy is probably really
My takeaway?
Right.
Takeaway, people listening?
Yeah.
Go to a doctor who knows what they're doing.
Do you think you need to go to a female gynecologist or
no?
Because this was a male gynecologist.
I loved my male gynecologist.
Oh, really?
He unfortunately passed away as well.
Oh, God.
But he was awesome and believed at that time, which was many years ago, to start on hormone replacement therapy so I wouldn't have to go through all the horrible, the feeling like your vagina has knives in it.
Oh, wow. So you never had that?
I never had. Skated through menopause.
Wow. But that's a thing with perimenopause is before, like the first stages of menopause?
Yeah. And postmenopausal is after.
And what's happening? It's just becoming drier and then it feels like knives.
Everything gets drier, your skin and the hair loss and mood swings and the hot flashes. And you shouldn't have to go through any of that.
Oh, God.
So
I got to say.
Hats off to.
The women, the female body goes through a lot of shit.
Sure does.
That men don't have to deal with it.
Well, men should also look into hormone replacement therapy.
Really?
Yeah.
You think I need some hormones?
No.
What kind of hormones do you think I should?
It's at some point, all men start going through depletion of testosterone.
Yeah.
So it's something that, you should get your levels checked, whoever, if you experience any side effects or whatever.
You could start boxing. That increases the testosterone.
Oh, man, does that get me increased?
It gets me going.
Oh, I saw your face. Woo.
Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you for sharing that. Mom's News.
Mom's News. Mom's News. Cam.
And now is the segment of the show that you've all been waiting for.
Dun, 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 dun,
the
dun.
segment that makes your dick stand up a little bit taller. That makes your camel toe peek out a little more. It's Cam's Uppers.
Cam's Uppers is the place to be. Fun living is a life for me.
It's Cam's Uppers, the segment of the show where I share something near and dear to my heart, something that my mother typically finds.
Takes me to the Cougar store.
Or...
It's really
fuck was that?
Fucking boring. I don't know. I just wanted to bring...
It's really boring? That's what this segment is? Boring to you?
It's going to be one that you want to sit in silence for a half hour.
It's something that I've actually thought about. And this actually was inspired by one of our sneaky freaks named Gord, who was responding to our question about relationship advice.
And what
Gord recommended, he said, I'm thankful my wife and I got into couples therapy before any issues got too big to handle. Learned so much through that process, but I would say that learning about the Gottman's relationship research has been the best thing. Perhaps learning about their 4 horsemen are signs the relationship won't survive.
Did it tell you what the 4 horsemen are?
You know the 4 horsemen?
Oh, yeah.
You know this?
Oh, of course.
How do you know this?
Because I was in couples therapy.
And they talk about the 4 horsemen?
She died too.
What's everyone that you see dies? What is it? Okay. Anyway, this Gottman Institute is a research center specializing in relationships, which is phenomenal. They have cutting edge research, and this 4 horsemen are what can create issues in your relationship.
Right.
You ready for it?
Yep.
Criticism.
Well, we talked about that.
This is like verbally attacking someone's personality.
You got to give 5 positives if you're doing that.
Yes. Contempt, which is attaching your sense of self with intent to insult or abuse, basically being patronizing to someone else and mocking them, being sarcastic, it's not like a direct criticism. It's more subtle and subversive and really just attacking them and being mean as a person.
Yeah, that's not good.
Not good. I hate that. Defensiveness. Also can't stand this when people get defensive, including myself, where you basically victimize yourself to ward off what they're actually saying and listening to whatever someone's saying. And the final one is what I'm most guilty of, is stonewalling.
Stonewalling is the worst.
You know what stonewalling is?
Yeah.
What is it?
Passive aggressive, non-speaking bullshit.
Withdrawing to avoid conflict and convey disapproval by distance and separation.
Yep, I hear you.
I do that shit.
I have recently done that shit. Not with my boyfriend, though.
I do this when I feel like this person's not going to listen to me. I don't know what else to do. I feel helpless. They're being mean to me. And I just fucking detach and I go into my little shell.
You know what I do? I realize my pulse starts racing.
Yeah.
Then I immediately have to go.
Well, so you know what they say for that one? You're supposed to, if you find yourself about to stonewall, you should take a break and spend time doing something psychologically soothing or distracting. Meditating,
taking
running.
out your penis pump.
You can take out the penis pump. You can box. You do something for 20 minutes so that afterwards you can come back and you just say to the person, hey, I need to take a break, as opposed to
put yourself in timeout.
Yes. That is where the safe word comes in too. I think this is all wrapping up beautifully. I'm just saying this segment is beautiful.
It's just beautiful.
Do you want to hear the other the ways to improve the first 3 horsemen?
Yes.
Okay, so for criticism, the antidote to that is basically talk about your feelings using I statements and express positive needs. Like, hey, in this moment, you don't say, hey, you're a dumbass for doing this. You instead say, hey, when you did this, I felt like you weren't really listening to me or something like that.
I felt.
Yeah, it's more of a critique as opposed to like a full-blown criticism of the person. For people that act with contempt, when they're mocking and they're being sarcastic or mean,
you just slam them back.
No.
Just kidding.
If that's your tendency, you can build a culture of appreciation for the person and remind yourself of if your partner's qualities.
There you
wonderful,
go with the 4 positives.
Find the gratitude for being with this. Otherwise, why the fuck are you with this person?
I don't know.
The last one, which is defensiveness, the cure for this is take responsibility. Accept your partner's perspective and offer an apology for any wrongdoing, even if it's a partial apology. Is this brilliant?
Brilliant. I love the guy.
What do you mean the guy?
Gottman Institute.
Okay, well, I don't know if it's a guy, but whoever did this research, I mean,
his name was
absolutely
Gottman.
I don't think that, and there are many people at the Gottman Institute. I don't know where this person.
No, it's his book.
It is?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Should I look this up or you
look it up?
Use false information right now?
I forgot what his first name is. Maybe James.
Gottman 4 Horsemen. James, you're guessing?
Yeah.
4 Horsemen. What a... Who? Who came up? What?
What are the noises coming out?
I can't find the answer over here. John Gottman's.
I knew it was a J.
John Gottman. You nailed it.
Thank you.
I can't believe you were so familiar with this. Why do you do all these? You do literally all these things. You would think that if you knew this guy so well, you wouldn't have any of this shit. I'm just kidding. You don't actually do all this.
I do quite a few. Guilty.
Well, we've reached the end of the show, Mother. We've covered a lot of topics, ranging from penis pumps to 4 horsemen to Halle Berry's herpes scare.
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and having a critter store to go with the cooteries.
The critter store cooteries. Nailed it. Thank you, guys. We love you. Thank you to all of our supporters, especially our Sneaky Freak family on Patreon. We loved sharing that commemoration ceremony to Raylene. And
we'd love to have you guys join the family too. And you can come to our Patreon parties. All you do is go to patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom. join for as little as I think $5. It might be even less.
Yes.
And you can participate in all these different Zoom parties that we have and get a chance to message back and forth with us and get to see my dead possum pictures.
Oh my fucking God. And again, a special shout out to Raylene for being such a shining light in our lives.
And we'll see you next time, guys.
All right. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.